Okay, it has been a minute, but we have the beginnings of our plastic and rubber factory here. For those of you not in the know, the most efficient way to make plastic or rubber is with a really convoluted cycle which requires fuel. It's two recipes called recycled plastic and recycled rubber, and basically, for putting in one plastic and one fuel you get two rubber, and then for putting in one rubber and one fuel you get two plastic. So the most efficient way to do it is to run it in a circle with putting fuel on either end, and you basically get exponential amounts of plastic and rubber. That would be if you weren't taking some out, which of course we are because we're using it. That would also be if you had exponential amounts of fuel, which is impossible. So anyway, but basically doing that cycle with the fuel that we're making here in the same way that we did at our power plant is the most efficient way to do it. So we have 10 per minute times a to 16... 100... what? No, we have 1,600 fuel per minute here, I believe. Yes, we have 1,600 fuel per minute, which is going to go down here, and I'm going to pave this entire area to build a bunch of refineries, to do the loop, and then I will explain further what on earth the loop is, because I don't think I explained it very well. But all will be revealed very soon. Yes, very soon. And ta-da! Refineries. Wow, this took like a whole day, but here we are. So I promised you I would explain what is going on here, and explain I will. Basically, we are not making any plastic or rubber to begin with. The way I started this system was by putting 1,000 plastic in both of these bins, and then what happens is it gets split between all of these groups of refineries, and it goes here, combining with fuel to turn 6 rubber into 12 plastic. And then we take this plastic and we go out, and this plastic comes and goes this way because this is going to be exported. The ones that are white with blue highlights are being exported. The ones that are blue with white highlights are being used for the recycling. The same goes on that side, except those are the exporting ones with the yellow. So these ones are used for recycling. So this plastic gets split and load balanced into these two containers, where it goes across all of these refineries and turns 6 plastic into 12 rubber. So we turned 6 rubber into 12 plastic, and then 12 plastic into 24 rubber. So we multiplied our rubber by 4 just by putting in 12 fuel per minute. So we get a bunch more rubber, which then goes back around. This 24 rubber goes to there, where it gets combined with more fuel in those refineries to be turned into 48 plastic, which goes back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And basically it's an infinite cycle once you kickstart it with a little bit of rubber or a little bit of plastic. It doesn't really matter, I could have put plastic in those, but I just made the choice. But anyway, yeah, I just started this, so it's not fully manifolded it up yet, but they are all full on fuel. I made sure to pre-fill the pipes, so we're just waiting on it basically to do the loop enough times where it fills the manifold, right? So I'll just be waiting on that for a while. But in the meantime, I can talk to you about where this plastic and rubber is going and how much we're actually making. So to export, we're making 960 per minute, but we can't fit that on one belt, so I split it into 2. That's plastic. And rubber, we're making 500 per minute. Now if I pull my notes up here, give me 1 second. Let me pull this over for you guys. Oh, I'm using the wrong capture method. Specific window. So this is the factory that we're working on right now. And these are the actual full numbers that we're making, and you can see the loop here visualized. So we're actually making 570 rubber and 1030 plastic, but the extra 70 on both of these are going straight to my dimensional depot. This is to future-proof me so I can get rid of that old plastic and rubber factory, if you remember, that's supplementing our mid-game factories. But this is going to batteries, obviously, like I said, I want to do today. This is 960 plastic going to batteries. And we're also getting 500 rubber for radio control units, which needs 400, and uranium fuel rods here, which need 100. So, basically, we're going to be covered on plastic and rubber for the entire rest of the game until we start making the final space elevator parts. I have fully planned for all of this, and everything up until those final parts, or that final factory where we'll be making those parts, we are set on plastic and rubber, and we have so much oil left in the world, that's just amazing for us. So, we're basically done with plastic and rubber now. For ages. But yeah, that is what this factory is for, but these are in order of what I want to do them in, and this is a bit far off, as you can tell, and this is even further off. So what we're focusing on right now is that 960 plastic for batteries. However, we also need 1440 wire, 720 sulfur, and 840 alkyd aluminum sheets. Oh my god, that's so difficult, because aluminum is so hard to get. It's such a complicated process. Oh wait, I forgot we automated 3,000 of it per minute, so it's not a problem. So we can just ship this in. This is no longer an issue. And the sulfur, there is a bunch of sulfur in the blue crater. You should know this if you've ever played Satisfactory. It is the spot. People usually make rocket fuel there because there is so much sulfur. So we can just use a single pure node for that, and that'll be all covered. The wire is a little bit trickier, but using the pure ingot recipe, we only need 400 copper ore per minute. And there's actually a normal copper node, or is it pure? I don't know. There is a copper node which we can get 400 per minute out of with Mark III miners in the blue crater. So, if I bounce out here, the copper node is just up there. So we can just use a truck, which we can power with our batteries once we automate them. So once again, like this factory, we kind of need to kickstart it with some copper that I can manually deliver. And then we can power a truck to automate that. So that's the copper we're going to be using. So basically the Enfire? It's on fire! Oh no! The entire factory is all ready for us to build. And just, I think, the sulfur is there, yeah, for anyone who doesn't know. That's a pure one, that's a normal one, and that's an impure one, I think. I know it's three, one of those is each of them. But yeah, so we can get a truck to go up along that ridge and down that ramp here and come down to wherever we want. Whoa. Jesus, that was word salad. We can bring it down to wherever we want to build the factory, which I think is going to be here, because it's the most flat and open space we have. So let's do the finishing touches on this, and then get to work on that. I thought I would actually interject a bit here. I know I said I would do that bit first, but I've finished off this area, so I thought I would update you on that. Everything is running at 100% now. I'm told by those, but I guess not, whatever. But I actually realised I forgot to deal with the polymer resin for the heavy oil residue here, so I had to set that up real quick because it wasn't working for a while because of that, and I was very, very confused. But that's all sorted now. I also connected that to the main grid because I hadn't done that yet. But most importantly, these numbers are working, pretty much. They're just calibrating it a little bit, but other than that, 500, 480, like, come on. So yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna get to work on this now. It's me from the future. I have set up the miner on this copper node. I may have set... I don't know, I'm from the future. Okay. I have set up the truck stations over there to export the sulfur that we will need. And I have set up the drone ports and truck stations down there for exporting anything. I actually really like how that building looks, because I'm not very good at building buildings. But I am good at making sprawls, so... nah. I'm going to try and make a good building with the actual factory. We'll see how it goes. But, yeah, basically, all I have going for me right now is that I did all of that. And it's just time for me to set up, like, the exports for the copper, like the truck station, like we have over at the sulfur. And then... yeah, we can actually start building the factory, which is pretty exciting. So I'm going to... wow, it's dark in here. I'm going to do that, and then do that, and then life will be good. And nothing will go wrong. Foreshadowing. Yeah, future. Time travel. Right, everything stops. You see this? The generators not doing a thing. You see this? Production 9,000 megawatts? What is this? Why is this? Who has done this? Why did they sabotage me? It was working so well. Well, since I upgraded it, there's nothing wrong here. This is like... this is brimming with heavy ore residue. My cup runneth over, and therefore we're probably full on fuel. If these are full on water, we're full on fuel. Yeah, we're way full on water. The blenders are all stalled, which means they're full. Those are also all stalled, which means they're full. So, where's the problem? I'm pretty sure that belt is supposed to have coal on it. Now the belt's black, so the coal might just be blending in. But I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be coal there. These trains have been working fine for like 200 hours. Why have they stopped now? Why have you stopped now? Where is it? Where is he? I'm going to have a work. I'm genuinely a bird. Oh, look at this window. Oh, Jesus. Ah, wait, I can catch a ride. Anyway, yes, I need to go and see what the hell has gone on here. Is there a deadlock? Like the game Deadlock. That's in the crater. They're out of fuel because they don't have fuel, dummy. They're both operational. There's no signal error. They're just chilling. What is it that you're just chilling, bro? I'm incredulous. Can you tell? I'm so incredulous right now. What is wrong? You know what? This train is slow. Never mind, it caught me. It's not slow. This train... those trains, I don't know. Where are they? Well, there they are. Excuse me? Mate. 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 Just go. Is it a block? Is it a block thing? Oh my god. They are on the same block. So you're telling me that if I just... no, wrong side. You're telling me that the problem that has caused my entire power grid to crash is solved by this. Apparently not. Oh, it's you. It's that block. Because they're like separate tracks, but that's the branch of the same Oh, that's so stupid. That is like a 1 in a million chance, like I said. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I hate you so much. Now I have to wait for my entire power plant to re-power up, and I have to wait for all the pipes to fill again so I can turn on the generator. This is genuinely going to take like 2 hours to refix, because pipe manifolds are evil and you have to pre-fill the pipes. But the pipes are going to be empty now because they're going to burn all the fuel. Oh boy. Right. Anyway, that little MAM notification leads me neatly on to my next point. I actually don't have the recipes that I need for this factory. I don't have what are they? Nope. Overview. I don't have classic battery or pure copper ingot, so this is fun. No, it's there. What are the odds? Okay, well, sick. I'll take that. But still no luck on the classic battery, unfortunately. I will get back to you when I've made progress on the battery factory. And progress we have made. We now have all of the pure copper ingot refineries set up in this battery factory, and I also just brought the train down from up there to deliver us the aluminium that we need. I will figure out what to do with this in a second. I did not realise that was floating. But anyway, yes, aluminium ready, copper ingots now also ready, but something I realised is that we don't have blueprints for constructors or assemblers, both of which we need quite a lot of to make all the wire and alclad sheets we need for the classic battery, because we're not using the basic battery recipe, so we need wire and alclad sheets. So I have made some blueprints for this. So we have alclad aluminum sheet bulk. It is a bunch of assemblers all stacked on top of each other with the conveyor belts all linked up. Pretty nice if I do say so myself. So that's the alclad aluminum sheets. Obviously the recipes are set and the power is connected over on this side. That's connected through the floor, and this is all of it. And then for the wire we have this blueprint, which is 16 constructors, which by my maths, I don't remember how many. I think we need 3 of these, maybe. I think we need 3 of these blueprints, but those 2 will just make it a whole lot easier. But we don't have the space here, so we're gonna have to go up a floor and start doing this. That would have been really useful to see. What purity? Is this impure? Okay, right, that's fine. We couldn't use that anyway. I was about to say, because I did look at the map and I was like, okay, what copper is nearby? And if I was going to say, if I missed that and I could have just used that instead of running an entire truck from up there, I would be a bit annoyed, but it's fine. We couldn't use that one anyway. So, that's fine. But anyway, yeah, that's the blueprints that we have. Oh, and I said I would show you the graph, and there it is. Geothermal, little bit of wiggling from all the geothermal power, but you can see working at 100%. Beautiful. Anyway, that's about it. Like I said, we need to build those blueprints up a floor so that we can then go up another floor after that and take in all of the salt, the plastic and the sulfur, and bring that upstairs also and just manufacture our batteries. And once we do that, we're done. So I'm going to slap down those blueprints real quick. It should not take very long. and reroute this copper upstairs as well, and that aluminum. I'm going to bring it around here and upstairs, so that we will have all of the ingredients for batteries. So I will see you then. And here we are, all of the blueprints. So let me just explain what has happened down here, because you can't see a lot of things. Basically, I just belted it all out of the truck stations and brought that along, and then they go up there. The aluminum comes along from there, so that's all good. And then it all goes up here. And this is copper. It's just taking a second. So the copper comes along here and splits, with the priority being to those assemblers, and once they fill up, it will start rerouting the ingots into here, where it will make wire. But they're already kind of full up because before I did this, they all got a bunch of copper. But anyway, yeah, this just scoots along around this corner and just slots really nicely into the blueprints where we're making all of the alclad sheets. So now we actually have a bit of a conundrum on hand. So we're actually faced with a bit of an issue here, in that we have 3 blueprints of this, 1, 2, 3, and we have 3 blueprints of this, but I want 2 groups of manufacturers, not 3. So we need to balance this, which wouldn't be more of an issue if this wasn't higher than our belt speed, and so is this. So basically, I could like merge all of these and merge all of these and merge all of these and then split them in 2, but we would run into a bottleneck because we can't transport all of the items out. We're making 840, our belt speed is 780, it just wouldn't work. And here's even worse, we're making 1440, which is way higher than 780, so it just isn't going to work. So I'm going to have to, I think, make 3 to 2 belt balancers and just use like this one, and this one as separate inputs. I'll see what I figure out, and I think I'm going to build it above here because we have quite a lot of ceiling space. As you can see, like that's going to be the ceiling. Got a lot of space here. So if I build the balancer above here, and then we can scoot the plastic and the sulfur along here, or maybe bring it up and over, and then all of our outputs for the next floor will just be along one line, because we'll have like the sheets balanced, the wire balanced, and then we'll have the sulfur and the plastic. So I hope that works out, like I think it will, but there's only one way to find out. And work it has, and might I just say, I think this looks pretty damn cool. We've got all of our outputs balanced here, and they're all going upstairs to here, where they're going in to the 2 different groups of manufacturers. But they're inside, so I will show you the first good interior I have ever made in this game. Look at this. It's pretty damn cool, isn't it? So we've got all of these running along, going into the manufacturers, making up some batteries. And we've got 4 there, 4 there, and then we've got another group of 4 and one final group of 4, so that's all 16 manufacturers accounted for, and then all the batteries go through there, where in this room, I'm thinking about changing this, but I don't know, I kind of like the orange room. We can just about read the throughput here, and it's really more about seeing it. So on each of these belts we should be getting 240 per minute, but obviously it's a manifold, and it's quite a big manifold because lots of manufacturers, so it might take a while to start moving and grooving and get the numbers all nice. But just for now, we are syncing them. But this is the entirety of the actual, like, factory work done. The only things we have left to do now is to create a bunch of buffers for batteries for storage, and then build a bunch of drone ports for exporting the batteries across the world. And then, once we've done that, it's just aesthetics which, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I'm not very good at building exteriors apart, unless it's really small buildings like that one, which actually works. But like that, this, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, yep. So we just got buffers to build, drone pots to build, statics to do, and then we're done. And batteries and vehicle fueling in general will be done for the rest of the game, which is pretty crazy. So I'm just going to do all that then. I will see how it goes, and I hope I can make it look decent. Okay, the aesthetics are done. I'm just in the throughput room. As you can see, I've changed the light colours, and you can see they are both 240 per minute perfectly. But let me just show you what I've done with the place. I have made it traversable, so, well, roughly, with a jetpack. So we've got this little walkway now. This lift will take us down. And we're kind of in like a nice place where we can stand on like this corner and survey all the plastic and rubber. Which honestly looks better than this building, but it's fine. It still looks good and I can live with it. Down here is just a little bit of access for the belts if I ever need to check something. And this also needed to exist to ship the batteries down to our truck stations, obviously. So let me just actually go out here. This is what I've done with here. We've got the 4 drone pots for exporting the batteries, and obviously all of these bins coming in. The roof is it's fine. But I like this. Drone ports like the coolest looking things in the game, in my opinion, or one of. So it's really easy to make them look good. And I just kind of went crazy with this wall. And this is what we ended up with. So I'm just going to switch into FreeCam for now to show you guys the full aesthetics. So this is what this side looks like. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's staying. This side is better, I think. I just don't like how this is being supported, but I might fix that off camera. But I think that sign is fine, and overall, yeah. The other two sides really aren't anything special, it's just like windows and walls. Like, look at this. Although it is cool to see all the machines like that. I have just not figured out how to do aesthetics on buildings yet. I know how to do it on like sprawls, but buildings are not my forte, as you may be able to tell. But it's fine, because it works. So I can never come back here, basically, because the only things... Well, I don't even need to come back here, because I can just set drones to come and pick up the batteries, and then I can distribute them, so it's fine. But yeah, we have made a ridiculous amount of progress this episode. I mean, look at this. Made an entire, like, mid-game oil factory without even, like, mentioning that at all. Like, I feel like we glossed over this quite a lot. This is not a small thing. And we built all of this with the trucks and all. So, yeah, I'm happy with the progress we've made today. And I'm happy that we can finally move into the late game more officially with this. Next time, I believe we will actually be doing more things here. I know I just said we were going to leave, but I want to automate a couple last things that need oil. But then we can leave. I'll give you a hint. It's exploders. The plan, hang on. This is more important than it seems, because it seems just kind of like a trigger happy idiots like dream, but there is a reason we're doing this. So we're going to be using resources that are just in the crater here, so that's all fine, but the main reason that we need to make this is for these iodine infused filters and the gas filters. Because, like I said, moving into the end game as we are, or the late game, we're going to start handling nuclear things, or at least we want to work near, like, uranium nodes. And you can't do that without iodine infused. You can't do that without iodine infused filters, and they're quite a pain to make because if you look here, you need quick wire and aluminium casings and gas filters. And gas filters on their own need fabric and iron plates and coal. So it's just like a lot of raw materials. So partially I'm making this factory to automate some jetpack fuel because I do want to dismantle that packaged liquid biofuel factory. It served us well, but if I want to start using this for like ever, and also maybe for trucks, maybe I can reserve drones for batteries, or like, I don't know, then it'll be good to have all of this instead of something that isn't renewable. Well, it is renewable, but it's a pain, because like every now and again I'm going to have to go and massacre the populace in order to fuel my vehicles. So yeah, this is the plan for next time. Given that what we did today was all of this and all of this, it shouldn't be that much harder. I need to move this here, there. But this is the plan for next time. So I hope you stick around to see me do that, because I am looking forward to it, and I hope you are as well. But that's going to be it from me for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, remember to like the video and subscribe so you know when the next video drops, because I'm not good at being consistent. And maybe even comment if I missed something, if I made a stupid mistake in that factory, because I probably did, to be perfectly honest. So let me know. Save me from myself. Anyway, yeah, that's going to be it from me. I hope you have a good day from now on, or a good night, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye. Why is it so sensitive? The hover pack really does not like being in selfie mode. Anyway, we're done here.